1,000 students were split into two groups. One group got ChatGPT, the other got nothing. The ChatGPT group scored 48% higher. Then the researchers took the laptops away and made everyone sit the same exam. And the group that had been 48% ahead finished 17% behind the students who never touched it. Same model, same students, same syllabus. So, what separated them? Because one version of this actually doubled learning, and I'll show you exactly what it did differently. First, something you need to know before you watch another video on this topic. The single most cited study proving ChatGPT boosts your grades, the one quoted in basically every AI for Students video, was retracted in April. 486,000 people read it. 266 papers cited it, and it's gone. The honest replacement number is smaller. A meta analysis of 37 studies puts the effect at moderate, real but moderate, and its weakest exactly where we need it most: procedural knowledge and code. So, no, this isn't a video where ChatGPT makes you a topper by Friday. It's a video about the one distinction that decides whether it helps you or quietly wrecks you. And there's real evidence behind it. Let me show you where I was before I understood that. My CGPA back then was 6.42. I graduated at 7.73. That gap isn't because I found 5 magic prompts. It's because I stopped using ChatGPT the way I'd been using it, which was, honestly, as a very fast way to produce work I didn't understand. Here's hack 1, and it's the one that changed the most. Everyone does this. Paste the lecture slides, ask for notes, get a beautiful summary, read it twice, feel prepared. I did it for 2 years. The problem is that rereading works for about 5 minutes. In the classic experiment, rereading actually beat self testing on an immediate test and then lost badly at 2 days and at 1 week, which is the cruelest possible result because the exam is never 5 minutes later. So invert it. Don't ask for notes, ask for questions. Here are my operating system slides. Do not summarize them. Generate 15 exam style questions covering the whole deck. Hardest first. Do not give me the answers yet. I'll answer, then you mark me and tell me only what I got wrong. That last clause is the entire hack. Don't give me the answers yet. You've just turned the answer machine into an examiner. Then you check your answers, and this is the part people skip. You mark yourself against the slides, not against ChatGPT. On a preprint study of two data science courses, weeks using AI generated practice questions scored 89% versus 73 without. But the authors are blunt about it. The questions have to be verified. Generated questions can be confidently wrong. On flashcards, yes, you can ask it to turn these into question answer pairs for Anki. Anki is a free app that shows you a card right before you're about to forget it. But I'll be straight with you because nobody else will. There is no study showing AI made flashcards work as well as ones you write yourself. Writing the card is part of the learning. I use AI cards for raw definitions, and I write my own for anything I actually need to reason about. Hack 2, the 2 a.m. one. 11 p.m. Assignment due at midnight. 3 test cases failing. You know the feeling. The default move is to paste the code and say, fix this. It works. It also teaches you nothing, and you'll meet the same bug in the placement test with nobody to paste it to. My binary search tree fails test cases 1, 2, and 3. Do not fix my code. Walk me through the execution, one step at a time. Stop where the behavior first differs from what I expected and ask me what I think is wrong before you tell me. Do not fix my code. Ask me before you tell me. Same shape as Hack 1. And here's why I keep writing prompts like this. Remember the study from the intro? There was a third group I didn't mention. Same GPT-4, but rigged so it could only give hints, never the full answer. That group improved 127% during practice, and on the unaided exam, they paid no penalty at all. No 17% drop, nothing. Same model, same students. The only difference was whether it was allowed to hand over the answer. Harvard found the same thing from the other direction. Their AI tutor roughly doubled learning gains against a well taught, active learning class. And when you read how they built it, it was engineered to give one step at a time and never reveal the full solution, and to make students attempt the step first. The best result in this entire field of research came from an AI that was deliberately built to refuse to answer. So every prompt in this video has the same job. Put that restriction back because ChatGPT won't do it for you. Research papers. This one I have to be careful with. So let me be direct about what I do and don't do. I don't have ChatGPT write sections. Not because I'm being noble, because it's the fastest way to submit something you can't defend when your guide asks you one follow up question. What I actually do is use it at 3 points where it isn't writing. 1. Source triage. I ask it what the major positions in the area are and what to search for. Then I go and read the actual papers myself. It points. I read. I'm writing on ML applications in cybersecurity. What are the main research directions? What search terms should I use? And what are the landmark papers? I read them myself. Just tell me where to look. 2. Structure critique on an outline I wrote. Here's my outline. Where is the argument weakest? What would a strict examiner attack first? Don't rewrite it, just tell me where it breaks. 3. Adversarial feedback on my own draft. This is the highest value prompt in this video. Read this section as a hostile reviewer. Find the claim I haven't supported. Find the sentence I can't defend. Don't rewrite anything. Yes, it got faster. Days of staring at a blank document became an afternoon. That's my experience, not a study, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. What actually changed was that I stopped starting from nothing. But there's a risk here nobody warns you about, and it matters more for us than for most students watching. AI detectors are biased against non native English writers. In a peer reviewed study, 7 commercial detectors flagged more than half of essays by non native English writers as AI generated. On native speaker essays, they were near perfect. Read that again. Writing it yourself is not protection. Formal, careful second language English is itself a false positive signal. Even Tonighton's own guidance says its AI indicator shouldn't be the sole basis for action against a student. So protect your process, not your prose. Draft in something with version history. Keep your notes and your rough drafts. If you're ever questioned, the evidence that you wrote it is the trail, not the text. 2 hacks left, and this is the one that actually got me the internship. Everyone solves the lead code problem and moves on. The problem is worth about 10 times more than that. Here's my accepted solution. Don't praise it. What pattern is this? What 3 problems should I solve next that use the same pattern? What follow up would an interviewer ask that my solution can't handle? That last question is the one that matters. You're asking it to find the hole in your solution, not to admire it. Then, mock interviews. This is where it genuinely shines because interviews are a retrieval task. Interview me on system design for a URL shortener. Ask one question at a time, wait for my answer before the next one. At the end, tell me where I'd have lost the offer. One question at a time, wait for my answer. Same constraint, fourth time. And it works for the reason the whole video is about. A mock interview is the only one of these where you physically cannot let it answer for you. Last one, and it's deliberately the smallest because this is the only place I'll tell you to let ChatGPT just do the work. Emails to professors, formatting, turning a project into slide bullets, weekly planning. Draft a polite email to my database systems professor requesting a 2 day extension on the assignment under 100 words. I'll edit it to sound like me. Use it freely here. Nobody is examining you on your email formatting. The rule is simple: automate what you're not being assessed on, and never automate the thing the assessment is actually measuring. Which brings me to the part that actually matters. Every hack in this video is the same move, wearing 5 different outfits. Take the answer away from it. Ask for questions, not summaries. Ask for the reason, not the fix. Ask it to attack your draft, not write it. Make it wait for your answer because the evidence is genuinely uncomfortable here. Students using ChatGPT wrote better essays and showed no measurable gain in what they actually knew. Researchers named it metacognitive laziness. The work improved, the student didn't. And the most common mistake is trusting the wrong signal. Your marks going up while you're using it tells you nothing about the exam you'll sit without it. That was the whole point of the 48 and the minus 17. If you want a starting point, take one subject this week and run only hack 1. 15 questions, hardest first, no answers until you've tried. Compare how that feels against reading a summary. You'll know within one session. And there's a version of this that goes much further, where the AI doesn't just quiz you, but can actually open your files and run your code. It's called Codex. And since July, it isn't a separate app anymore. It's a mode in the same ChatGPT desktop app, running side by side with normal chat. So you can have it working on your project in one panel while you're still quizzing yourself in the other. That's a different set of rules, and it's next on my list. Tell me in the comments which of the 5 you're trying first, and if you want the Codex one next, say so, because that decides